Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself.
And we rise now for the English national anthem.
It is a monster matchup, Jim Beglin.
It'll be interesting to see how these teams will go about things in the knowledge that there's nothing riding on it.
Yeah, maybe there is some scope for experimentation.
Yeah, I suppose something different to the norm. That would be an interesting prospect. It could get combustible.
There's the whistle. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Yeah, Jordan Pickford. He's a great all-round goalkeeper, Peter. Great at shot stopping and dominant in his box. He also gets counter-attacks going with his accurate long passes. The opposition should be a little wary of committing too many men forward to attack, because if it does break down, this guy can get them in trouble pretty quickly.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him.
Madueke.
No way he was going to let him past.
Rice.
Bellingham.
There's a real tenacity about their defensive play, and it's up close and personal.
That's a good intervention. He's going for goal! And he couldn't finish.
Oh, the pass was sublime. The finish was substandard. What a disappointment.
O'Reilly.
Quarter of an hour played.
And here's Gordon.
So a third of the match, or thereabouts, gone, and we still await the first goal.
O'Reilly receives it in a wide position.
You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks.
It's a promising position.
Big chance! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Mexico with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually.
And into the grateful arms of the keeper.
And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Madueke.
He's found a way through. Delivered low. Chance, surely! Goal, England! Simplicity itself.
Yeah, keeping calm and taking a touch like that when it's all going on around you isn't always that easy, but he made it look like a double. Finishing it off was quite simple after that.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
It's anyone's ball now.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And he's managed to get free. Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested. He steps in, and that's the end of that. And that's going wide left. Great vision. And he's taking no chances there. Tries one from range. No, just not quite.
I don't think anyone's really surprised that he's tried that, Peter. He's certainly confident in smacking one from range.
Gordon has the space to scheme. And the referee has signalled for half-time. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking. Mexico finding themselves behind by just one goal at the break.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
Well, that just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon. So, into the second half.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Now it's Madueke. Oh, it's come loose. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Kane! And for a moment, time stood still.
That's great industry from the front line there. A lot of chasing, a lot of pressure, and they forced the error.
Distributed tidily. Now he's got space here. Cross goes in there. He's had a go! He wasn't that far away.
Yeah, some good movement inside the box. No shortage of targets here.
Rice. Still chasing the game, trailing by one. Oh no, that was never going to make it. Just about up to the hour now. Searching pass he's played there.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the...
Decent chance! And no mistake. They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
Quite exquisite, brilliantly dispatched.
Oh, look, there's always a bit more satisfaction in executing a first-time volley, and he'll be buzzing inside after that.
So they have it all to do again.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so...
Terrific effort! Goal, England! Into the lead once more. He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
England leading now. Takes on his marker. He's having a hit! And he's stuck it away.
And once more we are all square. You score, we score. Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
Mexico dragged themselves back again.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
And it's lofted through here. And he shoots! Goal! Mexico! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. Well, how's that for a class finish?
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Mexico have their lead.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
And he's picked it up out wide. He's gone down, and it's been given away. And that has left him in a heap.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
The ball is loose and the chase is on. Konsa. Now Anderson. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. And he has been fouled there. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. Rodgers. And here's Kane. That's a lovely, neat pass. Well, that's an excellent interception. There's the shot! And that's a sharp finish. And right near the end, we have parity. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
And now he has two. Now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change. Saka getting the call here in what can be interpreted as a clear show of intent.
Yeah, I think it's time for some brave decision-making.
That's that, the end. Magic. What a magical football match, and genuine respect all round. Gordon picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Yeah, this looked the most likely outcome, but we've had a good variety in this game, despite it being anticlimactic.
And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Beglin. A very good evening to you all. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium, and I've been hit by it too.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. And we rise now for the English national anthem. Well, this is the perfect game for all parties, not least the neutrals who've just come to enjoy it.
Well, it certainly doesn't feel like a friendly to me, Peter.
The atmosphere, absolutely that of a premium contest.
Yeah, and this crowd are demanding the most from their players, and it looks like they might get what they came for.
If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. Saka! They've scored!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes.
Calm, composed, confident. What a super goal.
Well, that's great disguise he got on that finish too. Just toying with the defence, making them guess the wrong thing to do. Made him look a bit silly, Peter.
So, a breakthrough already. He has found the way through. Cross. And a header! And he's stuck it away. That is remarkable. All square in a matter of moments.
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
Not so much sophistication as doggedness and sheer bloody-mindedness.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
Mexico restore parity.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly.
The ball is... Oh, he's been caught napping! Takes a shot! Oh, it's come off the upright. He'll try from distance! And he has kept it out somehow.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Out towards the flank. Cross is blocked, and that's a corner. Now, who's going to be first to this? England have the chance to go the other way. Floated through. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And it's Bellingham. Nicely weighted ball. And a chance! Goal, England! And they get themselves in front! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
England have their lead. Rice. And here's Kane. Tries to play. And the shot!
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? He's found a way through. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. An instinctive delivery. He's rising! And there's a goal! And they're threatening to fly away here. It was a great header. The invitation was irresistible and the finish unerring.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
I wonder if the manager is tempted to go for another and really kill the game off completely. I, for one, think he should now.
Now the cross. Oh, great leap! Oh, it's gone in!
I've been there myself, and that's the last thing he wanted to happen. I really sympathise.
And that is all they have time for. Caution certainly not on the agenda here, from both sides.
Well, I can tell you it's been a wonderful watch, Peter. I'm not complaining. The goals just seem to keep on coming. It clearly means that defending hasn't been at its best, but you know what I'm like when it comes to defending.
England leading just about at the break. It's too close for comfort. It's 3-2.
Los jugadores están entrando al campo de juego. Cambio.
So let's get the ball rolling. Belling, and there's the shot! Frustratingly close. England come out this half somewhat altered.
Well, I think this is probably a good time, Peter, to make ambitious change.
He's in a great position here. Kane. That's the keeper's ball.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
That has not gone well. Driving through. Decent chance! Oh, wonderful effort, all by himself.
Yeah, I think he's a little annoyed with himself there, Peter, because he did pretty much everything right up to the end.
Eze in acres of space out wide. And they've managed to get rid. England are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Bellingham, who does have an assist to his name. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
And the finish! And it's come back out to him. A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
Cambio en México. Número 11.
Mexico choosing to make the first change.
Well, it looks like they just want to introduce a new focal point to the attack.
So much time and space here. Chance to... Oh, good effort!
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly...
Chance! He ran himself into trouble there. Free kick given away. And that's going to be a booking. The ball has bounced loose now. Oh, no joy this time. Anderson. Kane being hunted in packs.
Well, learning from your mistakes and not repeating them is never completely guaranteed.
Shot a goal! Oh, that wasn't far away.
Well, that would have asked some awkward questions of the keeper had it stayed on target.
Cambio en México. Número 25.
So here comes a substitution.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
He's shifting through the gears here. Gets the shot away! A potential goal of the season contender, if only.
Well, it came to nothing in the end, but it certainly got the crowd going.
Lo reemplazará número 22.
Not much time now for anything fresh to happen, I think. Bellingham.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Kane! Oh, split-second reaction.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And there goes the final whistle. England can finally smile now. They have held on in a difficult watch for both sets of fans. A truly emotional roller coaster, that. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
It was a very good game, played in the right spirit with a fitting atmosphere, and I think football won this time.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. It is a true heavyweight clash.
Well, I wouldn't just look at this being another friendly, Peter.
Is that your own experience?
Yeah, if the opposition played like they meant business, we were obliged to return the favour. I don't think there's much difference here.
So with... Oh, he's having a go! No, just not quite.
Well, distance never seems to be an issue for some players, and he's certainly one of those. The opening was there, I guess. Worth a try.
Now that looks a decent ball. Well read, and the danger is averted. But that has not gone well. Rice did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. That's an imaginative pass. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
This guy, Declan Rice, is a player I really rate. With him, you get exactly what it says on the box. A workhorse defensive midfielder who likes to stay in the deeper part of midfield, knowing his primary job is to make sure he shuts down any build-up play in that area.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. Mexico are looking to go forward now. No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. And that's going to be a booking. delivers the ball. That's a sharp pass. England have reclaimed it. That is good strength. Decent chance!
Saka really had a clever trick to shake off his opponent then, but he's left shaking his own head in disappointment.
England have their second corner now. And that should get the job done. Takes the shot! They want to be quick to recover this.
Oh, once he made the save, it didn't take the keeper long to start barking at his defence.
Pass is just off target. It's a pretty loose pass. Oh, that's a very decent ball. There's the shot! It's bounced back off the post. Oh, easy pickings there. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Now it's Saka.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
It's a really well-measured ball. Menu crosses on, shapes to shoot! The captain scores!
That's probably the best thing that could have happened to this game, Peter. With the half petering out, we were all waiting for someone to take the bull by the horns and change the course of this game. And it just had to fall to him. The team's captain, the team's leader. Brilliant.
Simplicity itself.
Kane really can't believe his luck. He was allowed so much room when he should have been boxed in.
England have broken through. It's 1-0.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. England come in leading by just the odd goal.
I think, on the whole, the team linked up very well and has been organised. Hence their position. They can afford to be a little braver with the ball, I think. Something they'll be told many times, I'm sure, during the interval.
England are in a pretty decent position after 45 minutes. 1-0 to the good. And we're already back up and running after half-time. England currently ahead by the smallest of margins. England can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
Se va a realizar un cambio.
Mexico are a team that's fond of the low block. They sure defend in numbers.
Yeah, the whole point being to go back to front as quickly as possible, Peter. Of course, once the ball has been won.
Yeah, balls over the top, long diagonals, that's the plan. Can he get it through? Rashford. And it's hoisted clear. It's Kane! Oh, it's a fair try, but just off target.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
England just about have their noses in front. It is the slenderest of leads.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
And he shoots! And it's in! Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring. Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look at themselves as to how they let it happen.
England are doing very nicely, thank you.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
Rashford. Nicely shaped ball. That's good vision. He's being urged to shoot.
Shoots! And it's there! With fun and fury, they continue to do their thing.
The angle was unkind, but he has hit the spot.
Well, the angle wasn't good, and neither was the keeper. He scored then when he had no right to.
England find a position of real strength now.
Yeah, it's all happening now. There's been an upping of the intention and urgency, a real step up in possession and purpose now.
Into a
Great chance!
It's loose now and they want to get it back.
Oh, really well played.
A whisker away from making it 4.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
So, third corner of the game.
Rashford!
No, he didn't quite meet it right.
That was really good pressure. They did enough to put him off in the end.
Into the last quarter of an hour. So no flag here. Mexico choosing to make the first change.
Well, to wait until now to make this change seems a bit baffling. He's expecting the miraculous to turn this around from here.
Rice, now it's Bellingham. He shifted it to the flank. Rashford receives it in a wide position. So their fourth corner of the game.
He leaps for it!
And oh, he's got that completely wrong. Oh, that's a key interception. And that's going up front in a hurry. And it's Eze. Now it's Bellingham. And this is Kane. He has found the way through. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
The ball is loose and the chase is on.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
O'Reilly drives forward on the overlap. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. And that's it. Well, that was a shimmering, sizzling, scintillating game. The key characters glittered throughout and did what they did when required so to do. There could be only one outcome. Kane taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
England definitely impressing me here, especially the way that attack clicked. Whether it was link-up play, running in behind, this has just been a great day at the office.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it.
And we rise now for the English national anthem. Well, this is the perfect game for all parties, not least the neutrals who've just come to enjoy it.
It'll be interesting to see how these teams will go about things in the knowledge that there's nothing riding on it.
Yeah, maybe there is some scope for experimentation.
Yeah, I suppose something different to the norm. That would be an interesting prospect. It could get combustible.
And we're underway.
With so many teams now playing just one up front, Jim, it's easy to forget, isn't it, that strike partnerships used to be the norm.
Absolutely, Peter, but partnerships have proven themselves to be very productive over the...
And the shot! A real chance and a real let-off.
Well, it's almost like he had too much thinking time there, Peter.
Well, the referee's pulled play back and has booked him for the original offence.
Konsa. And it's Mainu. Looking for a runner. Spread neatly. It's a goal kick. Now it's Saka.
And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside.
Oh, that's delightful. He's having a hit! Oh, it's a vicious effort. James. Now Mainu. That's a cute ball. Can he get onto this? And they've managed to get rid. That's very neat.
Real chance! Goal! England! England take the lead.
It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
Número 16.
The first breakthrough.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he? Mexico really look like a team that's set up to absorb pressure. They don't mind being on the back foot.
But with something up their sleeve.
Yeah, they clearly feel they can hit hard on the counter-attack thanks to their pacey options.
Oh, well played, lovely. He's picked his way through. And that's the keeper's ball. Well, that is one way to stop him. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. James. Menu. And here's Gordon. Oh, that's nice. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And he's found a way past. Could go all the way here. Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested. Pickford did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. That's the end of the first 45. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. England go in at half-time with a 1-0 lead.
I think on the whole the team linked up very well and has been organised, hence their position. They can afford to be a little braver with the ball, I think, something they'll be told many times, I'm sure, during the interval.
England looking solid, if not too much more at half-time. It's 1-0. So, into the second half.
Well, my advice would be to keep at it. If you're doing well, keep it going.
He's rising! That needed to be better, and he knows it.
Well, you see what a difference it makes to have so many runners into the box. Makes life so much harder for that defence.
England come out this half somewhat altered.
I'll be fascinated to see how the change now affects their overall strategy. Well, that might be the first time they've gone long, Peter. They've clearly been...
Yeah, he's fouled him there. And no surprise, that's a booking. Looking for the run. He's having a shot! And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Konsa. He's looking wide. Showing great feet there. He's got away.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And here's Kane. And it's Eze. Is there any support? He might not need it. And a chance! And that's a good finish. And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
England are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
England are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, it's a great time for them to keep the momentum going. I don't see any need to change the approach. Keep at it with the same intensity, and soon enough, they'll get another break.
Strong challenge, that could leave a mark. England perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution.
Can he finish? And that's a tidy finish.
Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Well, it always comes down to the telling final pass, and that was a beauty.
México, convertido en el minuto 68. Número 25.
A shift in momentum, perhaps.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now, all of a sudden, it seems the belief is back.
England suddenly appear frail.
Yes, from comfort zone to a stage of uncertainty, perhaps, and they can't drift into a carelessness, or this could get away from them.
Spread it left. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Oh, no joy this time. Yehi, Anderson.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity. Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Cross into the box. Madueke. Takes aim.
Terrific effort.
And oh, he's got that completely wrong.
Cambio en México. Número 11.
Ah, now some
Número
movement on the
25.
bench, and we are going to see a change.
Número 9. Número 26.
Now, can they get him away? Now it's Eze. Not much time now for anything fresh to happen, I think. And he welcomes it in. Whistle's gone, that's foul.
Well, you either commit a foul and take one for the team, or just stand by and concede a potential goal. It's not a great choice, Peter, but I think I do the former in that position.
Well, that's a fair try, but just off target.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Se van a jugar 6 minutos de
Nicely
compensación.
weighted ball. Now it's Bellingham. Bellingham with the delivery.
Oh, that was one big no-no when you've got a queue formed in the box.
He ran himself into trouble there. Free kick given away. Tries to play it through. Knocks it into space. And he's picked out the run. And there goes the final whistle. England have emerged victorious in this match of thrills. The odd goal ultimately proving the difference. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Well, I guess it's a result that's best described, Peter, as routine. A good balance of organisation, discipline and endeavour, and a result from which everyone came out looking good.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. And we rise now for the English national anthem. Well, there are plenty looking forward to seeing this, a capacity